Way in the back of the orchestra sat Tubby the Tuba.
Tubby, of course, was a fat little tuba, puffing away, but oh so slow.
Everybody else proudly sang.
But Tubby just went oom-paw, oom-paw.
One day, Tubby said,
I'm tired of going oom-paw all the time.
and he began to play his own little melody.
The only one he ever had.
He played it all the time.
In the morning
At noon,
And late at night.
Until the orchestra began to complain. Tubby, said Signor Pizzicato, the great conductor. Tubby, you must leave your melody home. We have other music to play. Tubby blushed.
while the others snickered.
So the orchestra played.
While Tubby obediently went oom-paw, oom-paw.
But when no one was looking, Tubby hid his melody under a sheet of music. Then came the day of the great concert.
How proudly the violins began to sing.
Oh!
Cried the xylophone.
Boom! Just right for my voice.
The brasses blared.
Hooray for us!
Wow!
Smiled the woodwinds.
We're pretty good too!
Oh, how wonderful they are!
Thought Tubby. And he blew so hard, all the sheets of music went flying, and Tubby's melody fell right into the middle of the orchestra.
Oh!
Cried Pipo the Piccolo.
Tubby's melody is loose! Catch it!
And the whole orchestra pounced on Tubby's melody.
But they landed instead on top of the oboe.
Help!
Wheezed the poor oboe.
See you later.
Chuckled Tubby's melody and flew out of an open window.
Oh dear,
Said Tubby.
there goes my melody. And oh dear, just look at the orchestra. Why, it's topsy-turvy.
Tubby, said Signor Pizzicato. Tubby, will you please go home? And do not come back until you've learned to behave. Slowly, Tubby walked out into the street.
And his tears dropped one by one to his shoe tops.
Outside, the day was full of bright sunlight. People hurried and scurried about, minding their own business.
Tubby sat down on the curbstone, and sadly he shook his head.
I want to be seen, I want to be heard. My dream has always been to sing like a bird. Why can't I be content to just be me? Why can't I be just the best that I can be? I don't like to see me feeling so unhappy. I would much rather see me very, very happy.
Tubby looked up and saw Captain Bugle, all bright with brass with red tassels around his neck.
Cheer up, my boy,
Said the captain.
I can't promise you'll ever be a bird, but you'll certainly be seen and you'll certainly be heard.
And can you make me happy?
Asked Tubby.
Why, that's easy, my boy. Just join my marching band, and I'll promise you'll be the happiest tuba in the land. Here, let my band tell you all about it.
Oh, Tubby,
Said the pipe and drum.
it's wonderful to march and play through the city streets.
And on dusty roads, cried the cornets.
And when the wind is blowing,
Wailed the woodwinds.
And when the rain is falling,
Tinkled the glockenspiel.
Oh, Tubby,
Boomed the bass drum.
it's wonderful. Then I'll come with you.
Cried Tubby. They polished Tubby till he shone brighter than the sun, and away they marched. All the little boys cried out.
Look at Tubby! Isn't he wonderful? And just listen to him!
Tubby was the proudest and the happiest tuba in the land. The band marched through the streets for days and days. They marched over dusty roads.
For days and days.
the wind howled and still they marched.
The rain fell and still they marched.
Tubby shivered and chattered and could hardly catch his breath.
I wish
He thought sadly.
I wish I were home with the orchestra. Oh dear.
Just then he heard a friendly voice.
It was his best friend, Peepo the Piccolo.
Oh, Tubby! I found you at last. Please come home.
But they don't want me.
Said Tubby.
Oh, yes, they do.
Cried Peepo.
There's no one who could play the low notes as loud as you can, Tub. Why, we haven't been the same since you left us.
Tubby's heart leaped with joy.
Well, what are we waiting for?
cried Tubby.
Let's go!
Not so fast!
Cried Captain Bugle.
You're staying right here.
Run, Tubby, run!
Cried people, and away they ran.
Follow them!
Cried Captain Bugle. But before long, they were surrounded by the woodwinds, the cornets, and the fife and drums,
Oh, dear!
said people.
What shall we do now?
Tubby took a deep breath. Deeper. He puffed his cheeks and then he blew.
And away into the air, like feathers in the wind, sailed the marching band.
My goodness, Tubby!
Said people.
I didn't know you were so strong!
There was a bright look in Tubby's eyes.
Now I can face the music. Let's go home.
Meanwhile, the orchestra was very sad.
When in rushed Peepo.
And right behind him,
Tubby!
shouted the orchestra.
Welcome home!
We are very glad to see you, said Signor Pizzicato. You were wrong, Tubby, but we were wrong too. We should have understood that if a tuba has but one song, he should be very proud of it. Perhaps someday you will find another song. But now, my dear Tubby, play your magnificent oompa. Tubby took a deep breath. But that is not an oompa. Tubby, what is the matter?
I think I know. All the duty of a tuba when the others sing tra-la is to sound just like a tuba and say oompa. But when you've got to march all day, not only march but also play, you start to lose your breath and huff. And instead of oompa, all you say is puff, puff, puff. I'm a very sad tuba 'cause I've lost my oompa. Nothing's left for me to do now but go puff, puff, puff.
Oh, no.
Said the oboe.
You haven't lost it. You've just forgotten how. It goes something like this.
Don't you remember?
Said the bassoon. Like this, said the trombone.
Remember?
Said Peepo. But all Tubby could think was,
Oh, it's so good to sit down at last. Ah.
He sighed with relief.
Hooray!
Cried everybody.
I guess
Smiled Tubby.
I just caught my breath.
And now, said Signor Pizzicato, a new composition. And Tubby, the low notes were written especially for you. And in just the right places, you could hear Tubby going. Tubby looked at all his friends singing away.
Oh,
Thought Tubby.
this is where I belong, and that makes me very happy.